I'm muted. Ohashima, konshima, juri juri is your king shima. I'm so embarrassed. Shima, hello. Hello. Also, is the background music volume okay? I haven't checked, but Ohashima, konshima. Okay, that's good. Yeah, remember when I said that I would stream every day? Do you guys remember when I said that? I think I just took a really long nap, and when I woke up, I don't know, it's July already? What the hell? The terms and conditions for every day are crazy. Yeah, I didn't say it was like, you know, it's like Shima days. So technically, we're still on the same day. It's every day. We gotta really read the fine print. Shimapyoi, shimapyoi. You gotta read the fine print. The terms and conditions are that, you know, what did I say for the terms and conditions? That I might lie? Oh yeah, no, I said the terms and conditions apply. And you know what? They are applying, so, anyways. Oh shit, fuck, I'm on the account without ad block. Wait a second. Now there's a Nintendo ad in the background. Okay, this is the right one. You signed a contract? Yeah, you didn't know that? The moment you became a Shima in Shima Kingdom, you actually, it's like a, you know, contracts don't require signatures. It can be like, once you type the contract is signed. It can be verbal as well. Or it can be like, you know, by subscribing, you've signed the contract. I'm lying out of my ass. I actually don't know. But yeah. Yeah, so I've been a little bit busy. Shit, it's getting kind of hot. I need to turn the aircon on. Give me a second. Yeah, I've been a little busy. A little bit busy. Why did I stop streaming again? I actually don't remember why. Why did I stop? Yeah, just a little bit busy with very important Shima things. I'm a very important person with very yeah, I have a lot of important stuff going on. From memory, it can work like that, but it's very limited on what can be on the contract. Yeah. I'm a lawyer, by the way. It's really bad. I feel like I've forgotten all the stuff from law school. I am a practicing lawyer, by the way, with a practicing certificate, unlike the lawyer from Vishojo. But yeah. And I actually work with contracts, so not I should look. But you know, I feel like, you know, whenever people ask, like, you know, on Twitter, when people ask like people for like medical advice from like med students or like doctors or like lawyers for like legal advice and stuff, it's like, to be honest, most of the time we have to look it up. Like, to be real, like, if it's not like, you know, I feel like I work with a lot of like SPAs, SHAs, safe agreements, that kind of stuff. I don't know, I don't remember this basic shit. Good news, fellow Shimas, I'm going to college soon. Oh, congratulations! Have fun in college while you're so young. Yeah, you work with contracts, you don't sign them, so that's fine, yeah. That's what paralegals are for. Yeah, exactly, like, you know, like, like, surely someone's gonna catch it. But yeah, anyways, I've actually been really busy with work. And I feel like I start streaming every time there's something like really big happening. Like last time it was like Guru graduating, and now it's like the whole Vishojo situation. which I have no comments on. Very, very sad situation. But what was I gonna say again? Yeah, but I was really busy with work. What have I been doing? I don't remember. I've just been like very existential, as I've always been. Very sad about my work, but actually it's not so bad. Basically, like, I've realized in comparison to my coworkers who joined about the same time that I did, I actually have it pretty good. Because this one of my friends, she like, okay, so there's like this guy out of oh my god, I hope this isn't like is it too obvious if I say this? Nah, surely. Okay, anyways, there's this wow, how do I not dox myself? There's this senior who likes to act like his partner, and my friend unfortunately has to work under this guy. And so she's been really overworked. I don't have to work with him because I'm not even in like the same practice group. And then basically she was really burnt out. She worked like 50 hours in a week, like 50 billables, which is quite a lot because that means you're like essentially working like at least like 70 hours because your billables aren't exactly like all the hours that you work. It's like the amount of time that can be charged to the client. But anyways, so she was like, she has been suffering for quite a while, and so she was like asking for leave for the rest of the week. It was like Tuesday or something, so she wanted like 3 days off. And so she sent an email to the partner being like, hey, can I get the rest of this week off? And then the partner went to her office and was like, you only worked 50 hours last week. That's like to be expected. What do you mean? Like, you're not burnt out. That's normal. Actually, I think you should learn to work more efficiently. and then he denied her leave. He was like, you know what, the Japanese Bengoshi, they work way harder than you actually. So yeah, like I really think it's you. So yeah, that was very very oyobso, very what the fuck. No worker rights. What do you mean worker rights? Apparently, I heard that the firm I'm at, apparently they don't even have contracts back in the day. Like, no contracts. Now we have contracts, like employment contracts. But they used to not have contracts back in the day. It was just like all verbal. There's so many black companies out there, aren't there? Wow, hit her with the filthy gaijin, for real. He's like, don't you know how blessed you should be? Like, you should be blessed that you're working glorious Nihon. By the way, this guy's like a mega weeb. Like really, he's like this white guy who really idolizes Japan. But he's like, you know, like, you really should appreciate your, you know, you should know how blessed you are. But then I realized, like, damn, like, our billable standards are way higher than other firms, and we don't even get paid as much as them. So now I'm just kind of like, how long should I stay here for? It's very sad. The what do you call it? The overall, everyone's like morale is like on the ground. Anyways, but aside from that, lately I have had more time. I have been fucking around more. You know what's crazy? It was like the first half a year in this firm, I was like fucking around every day, and then it became like really insanely busy, and now it's kind of like gone down a little bit. But you know, either way, even when it's like less busy, I'm worried because I'm like, oh no, my billable targets, I'm not hitting them. But then if I'm busy, I'm like, I want to kill myself. We will work 80 hours for glorious Nippon, you guys, and be grateful. Exactly. That's exactly the spirit. You know, be grateful that you have to pay taxes and health insurance. Okay, anyways. So this was meant to be like a summary vacation mood type of vibe. Do Japanese firm have an up or out type of culture? What is an up or out? Like, if you don't meet our standards, we're gonna fire you? Yeah. At least my firm does. Someone actually got fired recently for not meeting their hours. Apparently it's quite rare, but it happened. I feel like, you know, generally in Japan there's like the whole like lifetime employment system, right? Where you like, if you start working somewhere, if you are like a seishain, you're basically signed on for life. It's very hard to fire someone if they're a seishain, unless they're, for example, like late every single day, or they're like actively like breaching the contract. But aside from that, like, Okay, what was I saying? No. Also, I got diagnosed with ADHD recently. It explains a lot. Either way, okay, let me talk about that later. But what was I saying again? なんだっけ? Oh yeah, usually if you're a seishain, you'll sign on for life, so it's very hard to fire you. So what most law firms do, because law firms are very like cutthroat, right? They don't want you if you're not like making their money. Like, why the fuck would they keep you? You know, it's like very like, if you're not gonna be up to standard, we don't want you. So we're like, I think most lawyers are hired on, I can't say for every law firm, but so like the ones I know, you're like hired on a contractor basis, like as a contractor. So it's like a yearly renewal kind of thing. And so they can just like stop renewing whenever they want. But yeah, if they stop renewing though, I mean, no, I shouldn't talk too much about the contract, but either way, it's like that. That's why, yeah, like compared to the US, I do feel like the lifetime employment thing is pretty nice. Yeah, you gotta climb the chain of promotions on time or leave and find a different firm. Yeah, basically, kinda. You gotta hit your targets. I mean, there are people who just like don't really want to get promoted or don't really want to become partner, and they just stay like a really long time as an associate. I've seen people like that as well. But it's like, as long as you're doing your work properly and you're not like underperforming, then it's okay. Welcome to the club, ADHD King. Yeah. So, do you guys remember? Did I tell you about? No, I did tweet about this. The whole fiasco of me locking my cat out and then finding him at the police station, and also like what else happened? Many bad things happened that week. I broke my iPhone and I had to get a new one. And then something else bad happened as well. Oh, my ear, and then I lost my hearing. Oh, I remember. I stopped streaming because of my hearing loss. Was that it? Was that an excuse? Oh yeah. Oh, okay. My ear's fixed now. You lost your hearing again? No, my hearing's fixed, I think. But the doctor did say it could recur. He's like, yeah, it could come back. And I'm like, yep, that's great to hear. Thank you very much. Cause he was like, it's either sudden hearing loss syndrome, sudden hearing loss syndrome, yeah, sudden hearing loss syndrome, or it's many years disease. Both of them sound serious. Many years disease is like recurring, and sudden hearing loss is like you could lose your hearing forever if you don't take steroids within the amount of time. And I took steroids, and now I'm super jacked. I have like mega muscle. No, I don't, but like my skin was really good for those few weeks. Did you get water in the hole again? In what hole? Had to go into hibernation to recover. Oh yeah, wait, I remember now. That's why I stopped streaming. And then I just kind of took it and ran with it. And then I went out to get milk and I just didn't come back. Your dad went out to get his hearing fixed and then he just never came back. Okay, what was I saying again? Yeah, so that there was like did you at least get the milk? I have yogurt. I recently bought this really creamy yogurt. And it's really creamy. I usually don't like eating Greek yogurt by itself, but this one's really fluffy. It's fluffy. I think it's called like Yasuda's or something. No, it isn't. I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's like sold in a bag. Like the yogurt packaging is a bag and it's like resealable. But if you try to pour it out, it gets everywhere. So I still haven't figured out the best way to get the yogurt out aside from using like a really big spoon. Anyways, so like the week that many bad things happened, that was a bad week. And so but like a lot of the things that happened, not everything, but quite a few of the things that happened could have been prevented. And then my friend was like, no, actually I was like, hold on a second, maybe I do have ADHD. Cause like I've thought about this since high school. So to give you like a little bit of a just to give you a bit of background, in high school, sorry, my thoughts keep jumping around, but I also need to remember to talk about this. But I don't have like an inner voice in my head, so sometimes it's really hard to vocalize my thoughts, and I enjoy streaming because I can actually say them out loud and I can think that way. But it's very hard for me to think like in silence. Anyways, so in high school, I used to in high school I used to be late every single day. I think I've told the story before actually. I used to be late like basically in a month I would be on time like 2 days probably, and those 2 days I was only on time. I was still late, but I was only on time because my homeroom teacher really liked me and was like, oh, even if you're running late, just let me know and I'll just like sign you in as on time. For some reason, I don't know why she was so nice to me. I didn't see her most of the time because I was so late that I missed homeroom, and first period I was 10 minutes late too. Talking and thinking, shimas are additional external brain cells. Basically, you guys are a part of my brain. You guys are just like outsourced brain cells for me, to be honest. Okay, so yeah, so I was like very, very late all the time, and then no, where do I even start? There's too much. I'm very forgetful. I make very stupid mistakes like taking the train in the wrong direction. I've always been very messy. But yeah, the lateness thing really got to me, you know, because I'm like, I really hate being late. And all my friends are like, why are you late? And I'm like, I don't want to be late. I don't want to be late. And they're like, yeah, it doesn't seem like it. You're late every single day. And I'm like, huh. That's about the same rate you're on time for stream. I was only 5 minutes late today. That's basically on time, isn't it? Yeah, anyways, so I was a very tardy student, and then I figured out a way to not get caught with it. I didn't get in trouble with it until like my final term of my final year in high school. Suddenly, like the head of my house came to me and was like, Shima, so out of the last 20 days, you've been late 18 days. Would you like 4 lunchtime detentions or 2 after school detentions? And I was like, I'll have the 2 after school detentions, thank you. But I don't know how I managed to get caught in my last semester, but I felt like it was kind of like karma because I got away with it for so long. Because I figured out that, you know, when you sign in late at the school, there's like a tablet or like a paper form, and I signed in with the paper form every single time, and for some reason the paper form doesn't like get filed as frequently or something, or either way, for some reason it just doesn't like get into people, like there's like no like automatic like buzzer being like, Shima's been really late. So yeah, I didn't get called for the longest time, and then I went to the after school detentions, and the teacher was like, oh Shima, why are you here? And I'm like, I was late. And then she's like, oh okay, well I'm just gonna sit here for an hour, you can study or whatever. So it was just like 2 after school study sessions for me. Not bad. In the library they had you clock in like some old-timey factory. While I was so late for school that I couldn't even go to my homeroom, I had to sign in at the reception. Like I would miss homeroom, so it's like 8:30 to 8:50 is homeroom, and then 8:50 onwards is first period, and then I would always arrive at 9 a.m. Like one time I think I arrived at like, I was only like 5 minutes late to the first period, and then teacher was like, whoa Shima, you're early today, what happened? But it was cool because like most of the teachers kind of rolled with it, because I look like a good person. Like I look like a good student. I look like I'm like good and proper, and I'm like doing my best to not cause trouble, but on the inside I actually wasn't trying to be late. Anyways, and then I don't know, I feel like, no, I look like a good, my mom always tells me this. My mom always says, Shima, you're lucky because you look like a good person. I feel like it's like a little bit like, what do you call it? It's a bit of a scam. Like I look good and innocent. Like I've got a good person's face. Like if someone looked at me based on, you know, what's the study like face? You know that ancient Asian physiognomy, that thing. If they looked at my face, they'd be like, oh, yeah, Shima's like a very, like a good Samaritan, a good contributor to society. Got that halo effect going on. Yeah, exactly. Shima lying just through his appearance. I feel like I have gotten, like, I've had a pretty easy life because of my appearance, not gonna lie. Not even in the like, whoa, I'm super attractive, but like, Shima looks like a very nice person. There is an anti-Shima who is always on time but gets in trouble because they look sketchy. No, that's like, that reminds me of some anime. There's definitely people like that. Sorry for looking, I'm grinding GM and Marvel Rivals. Okay, cool. Thanks for letting me know. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there have been many moments in my life where I've been like, wow. Like there was like one time in high school I was like, guys, I think I have ADHD. And they're like, nah, you can't have ADHD. You're not like, have you seen people with ADHD? They run around and scream and stuff. And I'm like, okay, my bad. I guess I don't have ADHD. And then every few years, because I keep getting these like bad, like I did not learn to deal with my ADHD well. I get away with my ADHD because from like pure like brain power, because I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of like smart. No, but I'm like good at picking things up quickly or like getting away with things. Okay, my main skill in life is getting away with things. I always get away with it somehow. I'm able to get away with so many things. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse because it makes me never learn anything properly. So in all of high school, I don't think I studied properly. I still managed to pass, got into a good school. And then when I got into law school, so I got into like a good, I did architecture for a year. It was like a pretty good school, but I kind of like, didn't go to class. I didn't go to class. I was 2 hours late for class because the classes were like 4 hours long. And they were like, what's going on, Shima? Is something going on at home? Like, are you depressed or something? And I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I sleep at like 2 a.m. and stuff. But yeah, like, because I was like living by myself, I had no sense of like, my room was so fucking messy. Because before that, Mama Shima was always like helping me clean my room and stuff. Yeah, I know, I'm like fucking useless. But yeah, once I went out into the big boys world and lived by myself, my entire life was a mess. Everything was like disorganized. I didn't go to class. I didn't do my work. I was a fucking loser. And then, yeah, I fell apart and I like didn't do well in school. No, actually, when I did do my work, they were like, whoa, shit, this is so crazy, this is so good. And I'm like, I don't understand why it's good. And then other times I would be like, this is decent. They'd be like, kind of ass. But either way, I feel like architecture is such like a very, what do you call it? Depends on your tutor's taste. It's very subjective. This explains the Dirty Kingdom lore in the past. What Dirty Kingdom lore? I don't remember. Oh yeah. Well, actually, yesterday I started cleaning my room again. I started reorganizing everything, and then I started like trying to reorganize everything at the same time, and now everything's on the floor. Actually, I was trying to look for the specific like this like birthday card, and then I like I couldn't find it anywhere, and I started opening everything, and now every single storage box is like on the floor. But I wanted to like reorganize everything at some point anyways, and I want to get new furniture in because I'm not happy with the state of like my room. But now it's a mess. But thankfully my roommate's out until tonight, so I still have a few hours to clean up. And what was I gonna say again? What was I gonna say? なんだっけな? Yeah, really messy. So yeah, when I started living by myself, that was when I realized, oh shit, this is really bad. Yeah, and then I decided to go back to live at home, and then I started studying law, and then first year I kind of worked a bit hard, and then I started slacking off again. And then I would just like cram the exams like the day of, and because law exams generally were open book exams, I could bring as many notes as I wanted in, and I didn't have any notes because I didn't go to class. So I just like printed off notes from the note bank. So the note bank is like so what's good about my law school is that we worked together. I didn't have any friends in law school, but I have friends outside of law school, but I didn't know. I basically didn't have any friends that I knew who were taking law with me until like later on in the last final few years. But they have like this Google Drive of like all these like law notes, and so I would just like print off the notes from last year. And sometimes they'd have, often the case law that they had in them were like from last year, so it was very obvious if like, you know, I was using the case law from last year. So yeah. Talking about architecture being subjective, not learning anything. Architecture, like, because I only did it for 1 year. The first year is like design, right? Like design, I feel like I just don't have a good grasp of what looks good. I mean, I kind of understand it a bit more now. I feel like back then I was just like, wakannai. I don't know why this one's good and this one's bad. Wakannai. And because it's like so design based and I didn't do anything design related in high school, it was a struggle for me. And also everyone's like really passionate in architecture. Like a lot of the people like aren't, it's not their first degree or anything. It's like their second, or they've already worked like in like interior design or something like that. So and they don't really teach you much in school. Like mostly it's like skills you already have. I feel like that applies to a lot of design subjects. It's like based on like if you're like really sweaty or you're like really passionate about design in the first place and you've already like, you know, played with a lot of stuff, you're gonna have like an advantage over the people who like are going into it completely blind, going off the few classes they have in class about how to use like what was it, AutoCAD or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty intimidating, and there were lots of older people and I was just kind of like, man, I'm not gonna make it. Because there was one point where I wasn't showing up to class properly, right? They were like, yeah, your work is good, but why don't you come to class? And then the tutor was like, you know, like you really gotta be sweaty here. Like, you know, you really gotta have passion. Like you need to think about whether architecture is for you. He's like, you know, when I did my master's, I like locked myself in my garage for like 8 months and I didn't go outside and meet friends. All I did was like work on my final project. Are you willing to do that? And I was like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that. And so I quit. But yeah, law school, I also kind of like, I didn't study properly. I just kind of, why am I giving a whole rundown of my life? This is such a long-winded explanation for why I have ADHD. Okay, so are you in college or you graduated college, Shima? I graduated college quite a while back. Yeah, so in law school, what else happened? So I would cram the exams and just, you know, use the notes on the day of the exam, and I managed to pass all my exams, managed to graduate. It's honestly to me, it's like a miracle that I graduated. A lot of YouTubers have long rants about their life. Okay, that's good. Anyways, it's like whoa, I can't believe I did that. See, I got away with it again. I don't know how, I don't know why. I feel like I should work harder. Same with like, I feel like it's the same with VTubing as well. I don't know why I get away with it. Not that I'm like, not that it's like worked out amazing for me or anything, but like, you know, I feel like everyone works so hard, and I feel like I'm the only person who doesn't work hard. Am I like the laziest motherfucker out there? I feel like I am sometimes. Like, I have no discipline, I've realized. Anyways, so yeah, after graduating, I didn't want to do law, so I got something like law adjacent at like a pretty like big four. I was at a big four in tax, and then I came to Japan and I did IP law, and then now I'm doing M&A. Am I doxing myself too much? I feel like I'm doxing myself too much. But yeah, basically through a series of very like lucky events. Oh, another good thing about me is I'm good at interviews, but I feel like that also ties in with the I look like a good person kind of thing. Like, I look like a hard worker. Like, you wouldn't think like, damn, Shima's gonna slack off. You're gonna think like, man, Shima's probably trying Shima's best. But yeah. So I went to so in conclusion, I went to a clinic and I told them like, here are all my. I heard that entry level Big Four jobs are crazy grinds. It was pretty. It was like a grind, but I think I had like the least out. Like I had a way smaller workload compared to a lot of people in my year because I was on like 4 different specialist teams. Because usually everyone else just does like corporate tax or whatever, but I was like in like 4 different specialist teams, and it made it a bit easier because like each team would think I was busy with the other team, and so overall my workload was a bit less, but it was more interesting and maybe a bit harder because I guess it's like about even in the end because I had to learn like 4 different things. But yeah, that's crazy grinds, and the salary really ain't worth it. The salary is so ass. In this age of technology, working hard is a myth of the past when you can Google most of the stuff. And you have ChatGPT. We love ChatGPT. You know what's really funny? At work, there's like the guy who thinks he's a partner and he's like really anti ChatGPT. He's like, you guys shouldn't be using ChatGPT at all. And then meanwhile in my team, they're like, oh, I really recommend ChatGPT for research for law. Like use the deep research function. It's like, whoa. whoa. There's 2 extremes. Which one is it? But yeah, but then I've realized after meeting some people, like, damn, I feel like everyone just kind of like, what's the word for this? Is there a word for this? Like, everyone just kind of doesn't work nowadays. Like, a lot of people, like, there's some people who don't tell my English teacher, but I use ChatGPT when I'm writing my essay. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that. I don't get to do that. Isn't it a bit risky with how chatbots tend to hallucinate results? Yeah, it is a bit risky, but it's more like you can use it as initial research and then you can use their sources and like look it up. You gotta double check everything. Whenever I use ChatGPT, I generally use it for like rewriting sentences or making them sound better. Or like when I'm drafting a contract, I'm like, I want to put this in it. How should I write it? And then it gives me like what do you call it? An example, and then I like go off of that. Sometimes it's not that great, but sometimes it's like, oh, this is what I needed. Oh, what was I gonna say again? Nandakke na? I got distracted again. ADHD. Oh, yeah, I went to the ADHD clinic and I was like, here are all my symptoms. And I had a whole notepad with like all my symptoms. Like, I'm late, took train the wrong direction, bad at replying to people. When I work, I jump from thing to thing. I jump from like one task, I'll do like 10 minutes of one task, 10 minutes of another task, 10 minutes of the first task again. Like I can't continue on the same thing for very long. What else? A lot of other things. And then the doctor was like, oh yep, seems like pretty, like this is pretty spot on, like ADHD, what is the type again? The can't concentrate type. What is it called again? No, see, I'm bad at remembering words as well. ADHD can't concentrate type. What is it called again? Inattentive type ADHD. World's easiest diagnosis. She was like, yeah, seems like it. It's pretty likely. But there's types. There's hyperactive and there's inattentive and there's like one other type, I think. But there's like overlaps as well. But yeah, hyperactive is like the screaming children in the playground type and like not listening to the teacher and like just like misbehaving. And then inattentive is like you're zoned out. But I realized I read this ADHD book by this guy, forgot the name of it, but like I realized a lot of my behavior is like tuning out when things get too hard. It's like when I don't want to do something or when things get bored or when like it's like something that I don't want to be involved in, I just tune out my brain. I just ascend. I like go off into my own world basically, and that's what happens. That's why I get distracted, and that's why I like lose my focus and stuff. But I realized this started from like a really young age, because I used to be really messy with my toys and stuff. And then also another thing is I'm really bad at listening. Do you get the thing where caffeine makes you sleepy? Yes, I do. I do, in fact. But I don't know. It used to really make me sleepy. And then nowadays I drink green tea to help me concentrate. But it calms me down. It like, another thing is with ADHD meds, it really like the main difference I realized to concentrating is like, oh shit, I need to slow down. Like when I'm on the meds, it's more like my thoughts feel slower. It's like I have one thing at a time, and it's not like a jillion things going on at the same time. It's like I can take it one thing at a time, and I'm able to reply to people's messages and stuff without, it also gets rid of the anxiety associated with it, because in my mind I'm like, oh, if I reply to this message I have to reply to like 10 other messages. If I reply to their message they're gonna keep on messaging me and I have to do this for like another 10 minutes. But then when I'm like on the meds, I'm able to be like, oh, okay, I can just do it, and I just do it. Or like when I'm on the meds and I'm like, I need to clean my room, and I'll be like, okay, I'll clean the room, instead of being like, oh no, I don't want to clean the room, I don't want to clean it, oh, it's gonna be so much work, I can't do it. So yeah, it slows me down and it kind of calms me down, and I'm kind of in a zen phase. But yeah, but then nowadays I haven't really been taking the medication, because I feel like I kind of grasp the feeling of how it feels to concentrate now. So I'm able to like lock in easier when I do work, because I'm like, oh, I just need to get to that feeling, the feeling of like just focus. This all sounds like something I need to look into. Maybe you should look into it. But yeah, either way, the doctor was like, okay, this sounds like ADHD. Which test would you like to take? So there were like 2 different tests she offered me, and in the end I took the WISE 4, which is like the IQ test. It's an IQ test. But depending on how you score, and for example like working memory and stuff, it's like a pointer towards you having ADHD. And so I just took the WISE 4 test. I took it in Japanese, so I didn't have it in English. Did I pass the IQ test? Yeah, I did pass the IQ test. But it was funny. I can't remember the numbers properly, but it was like in some areas I was So in some areas, like the spatial recognition or whatever, the spatial one, I scored like 128 or something. And then guess what I scored for like for working memory? I got like 81, like IQ 81 or something along those lines. It could have been less than that, but it was like some parts were like high 120s, and then other parts was like 80 or like 79 or something. So yeah, they were like, and then once I got my results back, the doctor looked at it and she was like, yep, classic, yeah, your working memory is very low. I'm in the bottom like 10th percentile in Japan. I'm like bottom 10% when it comes to working memory in Japan. By the way, I'm like really bad at remembering numbers. Do you want to know what the test was like for working memory? It's actually very bad. This means I need to like write notes for everything. Basically, if you tell me something, I'm gonna forget straight away. Essentially. This is also probably why I can't remember numbers at all. Even though I'm good at maths, if I can write it down. So, like, the test was essentially like, the person would read out numbers and I'd have to recite it back to her, right? Like a sequence of numbers, like 2, 4, 7, 1, 2. And I have to recite it back to her. And then she like slowly increases the number sequence and it gets longer and longer. And then at a certain point, she'll also ask you to like recite it backwards and then recite it in like order from like smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest. And basically when it went beyond 5 digits, I would forget immediately. Oh, and then another part was like asking like arithmetic questions, and I would like forget the numbers the moment she said it because I would be distracted by something else. And if I heard like noises outside, I would also get distracted by the noises. So I would ask her to like repeat like very simple arithmetic questions. It's like I know how to do the maths, I just can't hold the numbers in my head because I can't remember. And so like this helped me realize like, oh shit, I really need to take notes at work, because I can't just like rely on my memory because I don't have any memory. But like I feel like the most helpful thing coming out of this whole like ADHD diagnosis thing was that I need to find better tools. And I found better tools for like managing it now. Like I have a Trello board with like my tasks, what I should do, and I've organized my emails better, I've organized my files better. But it's like having like a good infrastructure so that your life is a little bit easier, because I basically have a disability. And you know, I told my mom I had ADHD and she was like, damn, checks out, no wonder you were so messy. And then I was like, yeah, remember when you told, like, I'm really bad at listening to people. Like my mom would always be like, oh, don't do this or do this, or she'll be like, oh, remember to get the laundry at 6 p.m. okay, remember to get the laundry. And I'll be like, yep, I'll get the laundry, and then I'll forget. And then I would get like I'd get beaten up so much as a kid by my mom, because like she'd be like, I told you to be careful, why don't you listen to me, why do you never listen? And I'm like, I don't know, like I want to listen, I just don't remember. I listened, I don't remember though. Usually set alarms to help with that. Yeah, I do that now. But yeah, isn't it crazy? It was like, man, all the times I got beaten up as a kid could have been prevented if my mom realized I had ADHD, but that probably wouldn't have stopped her, probably. You know, it was like I was so clumsy as a kid, and I would be like so forgetful. Like one time I like took an ice cream out of a fridge. Apparently I don't even remember this, but when I was talking to my mom, she was like, damn, remember when you took an ice cream out of the fridge and just left it downstairs and it rotted the floorboards? And I was like, shit, I did that. Like it melted into the ground and nobody realized, and then like the floorboards started rotting. But yeah, I was a culprit in many crimes like that, many forgetfulness crimes, and my mom would get like so mad at me, and she'd be like, how many times do I have to tell you, how come you never remember? I just can't remember, okay? And I feel like I've also ruined friendships like that as well, where like a friend will be like, or especially like really sensitive friends, they'll be like, oh, like just remember, I don't like it when this happens, or blah blah blah. And I'll be like, yep, no problem, I won't do that again. Does it again, does it 3 more times. Yeah, I'm kind of a menace. But yeah, so nowadays if I need to remember something, I write it down. I put it in my notes app or on my Trello board on tasks I need to do, and I use my Google Calendar more, and I also set alarms. Actually, I did use my Google Calendar more before I moved to Japan, but I feel like at some point, I don't know, I was like, you just need to remind them you look like a good person. Yeah, exactly. I look at them, I'm like, I would never do that to you. Just look at my face. I could never do something like that. Damn, all I need to do is just lie. But, yeah, oh, another thing that I was doing was like, I would think that I bought tickets to an event and I put it in my calendar, but I would never, like, I would go to checkout but never check it out. Like I would get to the page before the payment page and exit out of it, and I'd think that I bought the ticket, but I didn't book the ticket. Or there's been so many times where I thought I entered the lottery for something, and I'll be like, oh, the results are out today, gotta check the results. And I'm like, why am I not getting an email? Why is it not showing up in my account? And turns out I didn't even apply for it. Or there'd be other times where I'd forget that I like had an event booked. I'll be like, oh god, I did make plans with this person, but I just didn't put it in my calendar, and I'd forget about it. So yeah, nowadays I've learned to be more prudent. I still make mistakes, I'm still stupid, but I think it's just really good to have this awareness, like knowing what your strengths and weaknesses are, and to like put in more effort to correct the weaknesses. It's good if you can put a name to it and figure out strategies to deal with it. Yeah, it's just like it was like a sigh of relief of like, thank god I actually do have ADHD, so I wasn't just like imagining it. Like it wasn't just all in my head, like it wasn't just like like me being lazy. I mean, I'm still lazy, but like, you know, part of it is like I can't help it. But yeah. But apparently a lot of it it's like a mixture of like genetics and how you're raised. Pretty sure my mom has like, I don't know if she has ADHD, she has something. But when I was a kid, she used to play mahjong with her friends, right? And she would just put me in like the baby stroller and face me against the wall, and I just stare at the wall for hours as she played mahjong. I never cried or anything. Isn't that insane? I feel like that's when I started like daydreaming a lot. I feel like that's when I started tuning out. Like, I feel like, you know, it's like genetically, yeah, I feel like I'm predisposed to it, but my mom definitely made it worse. Gotta get one of those please be patient hats. Or what is that? I need one of those. I need like a thing. Hello, I'm lol, this is real character backstory stuff. For real. I feel like in this past year I've done a lot of like personal growth type stuff. Learning to dissociate as a kid. For real, that's basically it. I learned to dissociate as a kid as a coping mechanism. Not saying that maybe not putting me like facing the wall for hours on end would have saved me from the mess that I am now, but maybe it had a part to play. But yeah. But you know, like I've realized this like problem has caused me so many problems. Like for example, streaming as well. Like I'm so inconsistent and I'm like late all the time. And I'm so like unstructured. I need to do something about it. Cause I do want to do it seriously, you know, but then I like look at myself and I'm like, oh my gosh, you lazy fuck. You don't deserve to stream, you're so fucking lazy. Andy Shima, whose stroller faced a mahjong board and became a gambling addicted Wait, that's so good. Shima in another universe. Oh, lately I've been looking at like poker players. There's this like one female player from Japan who like won like the female championships like multiple years in a row, and she's so pretty, and I'm like, whoa, damn, she's so cool. So cool. I want to be like an attractive poker player. I want to gamble. Like I want to like gamble for a living. But I think poker's kind of respectable because it's like there's like actual technique involved, you know. It's not just like pure luck. But I mean the house wins in the end. I guess the better thing for me to want is to be like the casino. I want to be the casino. Poker's real complicated. Yeah, there's like lots of maths involved because people who are really good at poker can actually like guess what cards the other person has. And there's also like game theory because the Japanese lady who's really good, she says that it's like all game theory for her. So yeah, it's very, very interesting. And there's like the psychological, like the whole like you have an ace of what do you call it, diamonds or whatever. Like I know what you have in your hands, and then they're like you can't like, it's like there's so many mind games. There's like mind games and maths. I could never be good at it. Better to enter tournaments instead of gambling at the casino. Oh, true that. Is it less rigged that way? But you have to pay money to join in the first place, right? You have to like pay like 10k or something. You can't get into it if you're poor. But I guess like you have to like, if you're good enough at poker in the first place, I guess you would have won enough money from the casino to enter the tournament in the first place. Yeah, anyways, what was I saying again? Nandakke na. But yeah, I realized like this problem of mine. Actually, when I told many of my friends about me having ADHD, they were like, whoa, I just thought it was your personality. I mean, it's basically my personality as well. You might have a good face for bluffing. I'm like, I look like a good person. But my face is very expressive. My face is like, I mean, the live 2D probably doesn't really show, but like, doesn't really show it. But I have a really expressive face in person. It's very hard for me to lie. It's very obvious when I lie. Not a good liar. Always lie to you guys though. Make opposite of expressions or whatever. Oh my god, wait. Whoa. Are you a genius? No, it's still obvious when you lie down. No! No! You know what happened lately? So I feel like I've come to this realization lately, but because I'm so like scatterbrained and stuff, I feel like I treat... It's like when I'm with a friend, I treat them really well, but when I'm not with them, I kind of forget about them kind of thing. But yeah, anyways, there was some I was like going through a bad time and I was like messaging my sister being like, oh, like I'm so bad at everything. I'm like a bad sibling. I'm like a bad child. I'm like bad to my friends. Like I'm like a good for nothing. And then my sister's like, oh wait, what was it? But yeah, she was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, I'm like such a bad like sibling to you. And then she's like, yeah, it's okay though. You can do better in the future. I was expecting her to be like, oh no, that's not the case at all. Like, no, you're so good. I love you. And so she was like, yeah, it's okay though. I'm used to it. I was like, like lately I've realized, whoa, I'm kind of like, I don't think I'm a bad person, but I feel like I'm kind of like mean. Relationships are kind of micromanaging sometimes. You're not that, though you're not bad. Yeah, I've realized it's like a lot of relationships. There's some relationships I can be very hands-off with, and then there's some people who like are more sensitive, and I feel like I'm bad with sensitive friends. Like I'm really bad because I don't do anything intentionally, but then they'll take me like not thinking enough for being like, you don't care about me, you don't care about my feelings, I told you about this and you still don't listen to me. And part of me is like, oh, I guess like I can't blame it completely on ADHD. And also I like to banter a lot, and sometimes I'll say things and they'll be like, damn Shima, you're really mean, huh? And I'll be like, no, I didn't mean it that way, I'm gonna be nice from now on. They're like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah, sure, my feelings are hurt. And I'm like, no. Gotta have the daily weekly check-in with them. For real. For real. Yeah. So sometimes I'm like, am I just not cut out for sensitive friends? But you know, I've had so many sensitive friends because I feel like I give this vibe, like I said, I give this like good person vibe out to people that I like, I'm caring and I'm good. But often I'm empathetic, but often I'm too distracted by other things that like, I had a friend break up with me because she thought I didn't prioritize her enough. But it was like very like, it was like a curveball. Like I didn't expect it at all. And she basically broke off the friendship because I don't know. Like she thought I was prioritizing another friend more than her. Well, a friend who expects you to prioritize her. Yeah. Surely your friends should just accept you for you though. I mean, most of my friends do. I do have like, I feel like most people in my life do accept me for who I am. But I feel like a lot of people have like some kind of previous trauma that makes it so that my behavior triggers them. So for example, if you have abandonment issues in the first place, my behavior might trigger you because I'm gonna forget about you. Like not forget, but I might like be 5 days late to saying happy birthday to you, for example. But if it makes it any better, I treat everyone in the same way. It's not like, it's not personal. Well, I could see the abandonment, especially, I'm sorry Shimas, if you have abandonment issues, you still love me, right? I'm gonna come back with the milk. I'll still be here. I used to be one of her sensitive friends, but I gotten better at understanding people get busy sometimes and want, aww. But I feel like, you know, it's like, it goes both ways. I feel like for like true personal growth and development, it's like I need to be better at caring for people, and sensitive people need to also learn to like be more understanding as well so that they don't get hurt as much. I didn't have abandonment issues before. No! I was the one who gave you abandonment issues. The Shima trauma. But who knows? Maybe I'll be back for longer this time. I don't want to, like, I want to really plan it out first before I come back. Because right now my streaming setup's a bit bad because my roommate sleeps like really early, like 8 p.m. And I don't want to disturb them because basically my PC is set up right beside like the bedroom right now. And yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's a bit hard. If we can move my PC to the other room, then maybe it'll be better, but we'll see. どうしよう。難しいな。難しいよ。It's like I'll try to be here for you guys. I will be a good king of Shima Kingdom. I will not abandon. Also, that reminds me, I met up with Toffee when she was in Japan. That was really cute. But when I'm with Toffee, I'm a girl. So that fans don't get angry. I'm a girl when I'm with Toffee, so Toffee will refer to me as she, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I don't care about this kayfabe anymore. Who cares? Whatever. It is what it is. How was that? She said you got them lost all the... I got her lost, like... I got... Like, you know, before I wanted to do a Shima Hima thing, but like, now I'm kind of like, I don't know whether to give up or not. Like, I don't know what to do. どうしよう。まだ考えてないけど I need to think about it a bit more. Yeah, so like, in the beginning I was like, okay, let's meet up in Jinbocho. Let's go to the curry place. There's like this place I've always wanted to go to. We got there. The line was so fucking long. It was like such a fucking long line. And then I was like, okay, but it was actually moving kind of fast, and then we weren't standing in line, and then like other people got in line, and I was like, oh damn, maybe that was a mistake. And so I was like, don't worry, there's this other place I want to go to, this other curry place. And then we walked 10 minutes in like the scorching heat, like really hot. It was like 34 degrees or something, and then we walked there and it was closed. and then I was like, oh, don't worry, there's another place. Oh, it's this way. And I was like, oh no, wait, it's the opposite way, never mind. And then we walked like a few minutes in the wrong direction, and then finally we crossed the road and we made it. And the steak place we went to was very yummy. So in the end it worked out. And then afterwards we went to dessert went for dessert at a crepe place, and it was very yummy. Poor Panda probably got bullied so much. Oh, she's so tiny. She's so tiny and cute. She's so tiny. But she actually sounds like that in real life, you know? Like, she's the exact same in real life. Like, she's so pure and dumb. Like, I've never met such like a pure and dumb little thing. Yeah. But I feel like when I'm in person with her, I feel like when I'm like online, I feel like I tend to banter more with her. No, actually I did bully her in real life. I didn't think she was any different off screen. You know, there's some people where I feel like the vibe on stream and off is a little bit different, but she's like the exact same. The exact same. She is who she is. Oh, but I guess like, granted, for the most part, everyone's really similar. Cause like, you know, when you're streaming, it's basically like you're taking a certain part of your personality and you're just kind of like amplifying that, or you're just yourself. But yeah, she's so cute. Kawachi, I'm glad that she's doing so well now. Like, it got me kind of emotional. I was like, damn, you know, she's been through so much. She went through so many like different companies, and now finally she's like thriving as an indie, and she's like built her own like community. Like, it's so good. I'm glad it worked out for her. Cause like even before Tsundere, she was like part of like other things, and then other stuff happened. So she's been fucked over by like corpos so many times. Yeah, like legit, she deserves, if she like continues to grow in the future, like I feel like she's the one who deserves the most success, you know? Like, she never gave up. I feel like it would have been so easy to give up like in the position that she was because of all like the shit that happened. Like, how do you even continue like that? But she managed to. And she's a very strong little girl. Cute. Yeah, she's small and powerful. Really respect her. But yeah, man. But yeah, man, the beach shoujo stuff that happened though, it's crazy. Like, what the hell? I've been like reading all the stuff about it and watching all the videos, and I'm like, damn. That's crazy. That's a crime. That's a scam. It was like a fucking scam company. It's just so unexpected. Not that anyone would have expected it, but it's like, wow. なんだよそれ. Like, is there a single non-Ponzi scheme in the company? For real! It was a Ponzi! He bro outed himself on Twitter of all things. I want to know how like the legal like proceedings are gonna go after this, because they're probably gonna sue, right? Like like is he gonna pay back the money? Like what's gonna happen? Like I wonder what the contracts are like. I hope the contracts are okay. Like because, man, I just can't believe it. Talents weren't getting anything. They were just outside contractors. Yeah, if they're contractors, if it's like a typical contractor contract, which I assume it is because a lot of these VTuber contracts are that's so fucked. So fucked up. Yeah. Yeah. But bro outed himself on Twitter of all things. So insane. I just don't know. Is there a single company that's not black? Yeah, they get to keep IP in exchange so well. Not the worst outcome for them. I mean... yeah, I guess. Like, I feel like they get a bit more like... at least during this period where people still remember this drama. Like, they'll get more like viewers for the time being. Or like more support for now. Yeah, I feel like a lot of companies end up bad lately. Not all corporations are evil, I guess, but a lot of them... I feel like this goes for a lot of things, like, you know... like... sorry, this is real. I shouldn't say anything that will get me cancelled. I'm like a lot of like cult leaders, for example. I feel like a lot of people who like start off as like, for example, like politicians or like cult leaders or like war leaders or whatever. I feel like in the beginning they will have like some kind of really like good, like in their mind they're like, I'm doing good for the world, I'm gonna help these people, I'm gonna save them, I'm Jesus. And then once they get power and fame and money, they're kind of like well, for now I'm going to enjoy my money. For now I'm gonna enjoy my wealth and money and bitches, and then later on I'll get back to that. Friend groups seem the way to go nowadays when it comes to VTubing. Yeah, I feel like that's... yeah, I feel like it's good. But I do feel like, you know, it's hard to be an indie if you don't have like... I guess you can hire staff. I mean, even video game companies and whatnot have started to care more about money than the actual games, you know. I feel like a lot of things are like that. Power, corruption, money, the ultimate triangle. I don't know, like how come humans are so weak to that? You know, oh, this reminds me of Jesus. Sorry, I'm not Christian or anything, but... what was it? My friend told me about this lately. What was it? Jesus and the Three Temptations? Was it the Three Temptations? But it was like basically about Jesus like resisting like money and like wealth and power. Like wealth, power, and... nandakke? Let me Google this. Oh yeah, Jesus' temptations follow three patterns that are common to all men. So like, nandakke na. What? How to follow Jesus with ADHD? Why is this the fuck? There's like no Google. I was like Googling it, and then in like commonly asked questions there's like one that's like how to follow Jesus with ADHD. Like how do you be Christian while having ADHD? Why can't those two things Google listening to you, not the catered to you results? Like for how did you know Google? Yeah, Google heard me. There is a lot of stuff to... I guess so. The Bible is very long. I guess that is kind of hard. But yeah, basically the devil tempted Jesus with like 3 temptations, and those are like the 3 temptations that like people are tempted by. The temptations people are tempted by. Food, wealth, and food, wealth, and pride. Yeah. So like, first of all, okay, I'm gonna be saying some blasphemy, and I feel like I'm just gonna offend everyone. But basically, the 3 temptations, according to Google, stones into bread. So the devil was like, hey, you know, if you're God's son, why don't you turn like stones into bread? And he's like, no. And then the devil was like tempted him to like jump from the temple to like test God's faithfulness and power by performing a grand miracle to prove his identity as a Messiah. But then he was like, no, I can't do that. And then Satan was like, oh, if you pledge allegiance to Satan, then you'll get like worldly power and authority. You'll be the most powerful man in the world. But he said no. But you know, as a kid, when I heard that story, because I went to a Christian school, when I heard that story about like Jesus refusing, because Jesus is like, I refuse because I'm not going to use the Lord's power in vain or whatever, right? Like, I don't need those things. I'm happy. I'm all good. I don't need that. When I heard the stones into bread thing, I was like, what if Jesus just couldn't do that? Like, well, you know, I'm like a big fan of Jesus. I'm not Christian or anything, but I believe in all the gods. And I feel like Jesus was like a really cool guy. No matter if he existed or not, I feel like Jesus was a cool guy. Like he's like my favorite. He's one of my favorite guys. Like, isn't he just such a cool guy? Like he's like willing to touch like people who are like ill and stuff. Like people with like leprosy. He's like, he heals. Gotta hate those people. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I respect all the gods just in case. Just in case. I am fully open to the possibility of any of these gods existing, or all of them existing at the same time. I'm not religious, but I do believe in high power. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I believe in fate or whatever. I do believe there is something. Just in case Shinto is the way. Yeah, Shinto, you know, there's like a billion gods there. But I do feel like if there's anything, any being where people believe in them, they're basically a god. So you are also a god because I believe in you. Did you like that one? Jesus is neat. It's mostly all the rules that make religion difficult. Yeah. I don't have any problem with Christianity. I have a problem with the church. I don't like it when people try to make artificial rules based on their interpretation of the Bible, which is already abridged. Like, just enjoy it. Just like, you know, like, just live life properly. Don't do things. Don't try to get around rules. Don't try to be like, oh, technically it's not like breaking one of the rules on the Bible. I don't want that, like, you know, like what the Mormons do, like the thing where like, I'm not going to talk about this on YouTube, but just don't turn rocks into bread, be humble. Yeah, exactly. Catholicism is where Christianity got their idea from. So stupid. I just hate it when, like, for example, you know, the problem with cults is like they try to like, Martin Luther, is that you? I'm not, but Shimaism. Yeah, but you know, you guys believe in me, so I'm a god as well. I am the religion. I am the cult leader. I feel like, you know, cults are bad because they all believe in one person, but I feel like I'm okay. Like, I feel like you guys should believe in me. What was I saying again? Bread, rock, stones into bread thing. Man, I forgot already. Stones into bread. Stones into bread. Stones into bread. Bread, stone bread. Yeah, but so funny. Like, Satan was like, Jesus, like, infinite food hack. If you can perform miracles, just like make all the stones into food. According to some people I know who are Catholics, idolism is a form of worship, so you wouldn't be far off. Oh yeah, so it's a sin to like K-pop. It's like a sin to like VTubers and have anime waifus. You can't be Catholic if you're like a weeb or a Koreaboo, huh? Speaking of which, I love Goldshi-chan. I love Goldship. For a while I was watching Gold Ship videos every single waking moment of the day. I was watching it during work. I showed it to all my friends. I sang the songs at karaoke. I'm going into Jesus. Also anime girl, both. But I was watching a lot of like videos of like the horse, like the real Gorushi-chan. Gold Ship is such a Chad, like that's the kind of life I want to live. I feel like if I was a horse, I'd want to be like Gold Ship. Like Gold Ship would be my goals. Like he's just, you know, like he just does what he wants. He doesn't let the humans control him. He only races when he wants to race. He only wants to come first when he wants to come first. And then he gets to like, you know, get hella bitches. It's so funny. I was watching a video of him like before, what do they call it in English, like mating? Like before a mating session, he gets so excited. He's like jumping around. His pee-pee's out and he's like jumping around. He's like so excited. And then he finishes in like 5 minutes. Treats the half, is it male or female again? Can't remember. Treats the girl really well. Comes out and he's like fully calm. He's like so regal. It's like, you know, post-nut clarity. Like it's just so funny. Half as most of your races to be a breeding stallion in your retirement at near perfect health. I know, right? He retires at perfect health. He was born to breed. He knows what he like. He knows where it's at, you know. He's like, there's no point working too hard. I'm just gonna misbehave, not let anyone control me, do my thing, you know, show off a few times, like show off enough that people will want me to breed their females, and then, you know, he gets to fuck bitches for a living. 5 minutes is long for a horse, so he was a champion in the field too. Oh, damn! Whoa, he was winning on all fronts. I'm so happy for you, Gorushi-chan. I'm so happy for Gold Ship. And then Gold Ship in the game as well is just like, wow, best girl. She's so good. I love she. My waifu. I wish I could see Gold Ship in real life one day. I don't think you can visit. You can't visit the Big Red Farm. I like looked it up. So funny, and with like Haru Urara, like everyone was sending the grass and stuff. Just so cute. Man, I love this game. I have to play it in Japanese though, because I can't get the English version on the App Store because I'm in Japan. 4 million stud fee. He's living it up and making yeah, he's making money off it as well. He gets to eat well, sleep well, live well, and he gets to, like, you know, breed for a living. It does feel like my For You page has turned into horse. It's like, it's, yeah, I get so much horse stuff. But I'm happy. I love horses. You know, before, you know, honestly, a few years ago when this whole Uma Musume stuff was happening, I was like, bro, this is so stupid. They're like promoting gambling addiction. Like, this is so dumb. They're like horses. You have to turn everything into a cute anime girl. And now I'm like, I fucking get it. I get it. I understand. I'm sorry. I take it all back. I was naive. I was stupid. I didn't understand. I didn't see the way of the Lord yet. I was a lost sheep and Gold Ship found me. I see that horse game everywhere. Even my friend plays it. You should play it too. Every day I wake up and open Uma Musume before everything else. Me too, me too. I really need to like start grinding again, but you know, I actually play Gold Ship really well. Like, I haven't had any trouble with her. I don't know why people complain. I just, also, you know what? I feel like Gold Ship is, I'm horsing around as we speak. I have no space anywhere on my phone. It constantly yells at me about storage. Oh no, time to get a new phone. But Gold Ship, like, it's so amazing because, like, at first when I played the game first, right, and I was just like, what the fuck are horse races like this, where like she's like in the back for like 3/4 of the race, and then in the last like corner she's like speeding up, and then she just like overtakes everyone. Like, how the fuck does that work? And then I see the races in real life, and that's exactly how he races, except it's even more extreme. Like, he's like last place for most of it, and then suddenly he's like first place. Like, you blink and suddenly he's in front. Like, what is this power up? Is this Mario Kart? Consuming energy. Okay, well, like, I think, like, I asked my friend about it, And then his theory is that because he watches like real life people races, and he's like, basically the horses in the front don't know how to pace themselves probably, and like especially the first horse and the the fastest horse probably makes the other horses ride faster, and so because all the other horses aren't pacing themselves properly, they're actually going too fast, whereas like he's going at his own pace, and then he's able to speed up at the end. The anime is peak because they take directly from the races that happen. Yeah, I only saw clips of the like, you know, the something billion yen incident, you know, the one where like a gold ship like rears up suddenly, and it's so funny that they included like the announcer, and she actually voice acted the announcer and the commentator in the anime as well, the one that's like gasping. She's like she's like, oh my god. Yeah, I need to watch the anime. But Goroshi, Goroshi's a bit ugly in the anime. They made her cuter in the game. I still love her though. But yeah, I love horses. Man, I just can't believe the thing I was making fun of, now I'm part of a joke. Now I am one of the horse trainers. I love to horse around. Shimapyoi, shimapyoi. 君の相場がズキュンドキュン走り出し The seasons made by side games are a lot better. Oh, wait, there's multiple seasons. Oh, I see. Wait, there was a movie out recently, wasn't there? Wait, I was talking about Jesus. Nah, I feel like that conversation's a bit too boring now. Do you have Uma-otas showing up at race events? I wonder. I feel like there would be. There definitely would be. Wouldn't be surprised. Went from Jesus to horse girls. What if the horse girls are Jesus? Nandakkena. Oh yeah, you know at my firm there's like actually a horse betting club. And I was like, and they have their own horses, and I'm like, what if, you know, can I, is it taboo for me to mention Uma Musume in that group chat? Can I be like, does anyone here play Uma Musume? They're all like old men. We'll be a funny contest with the grumpy old guy. Yeah, I can't tell if Uma Musume is like a bad influence or a good influence. I'm just taking my gummy supplements. I can't tell if it's good or not because, you know, like horse betting guys have a really bad rep in Japan. It's like the same as saying like I go to pachinko. They're on the same level as pachinko guys. They're on the same level as the sweaty pachinko guys who line up for the pachinko before the pachinko parlor opens. They're like, it's just gambling addicts. But then I watched this video on YouTube with this like grandpa who's like, you know, I don't know if you guys have already seen this, but there's like this grandpa who's into horse betting. He's like a massive horse fan, and then this guy's like making him guess like which Uma Musume is which horse in real life, and he manages to guess Gold Ship. That old man, but he knows so much about the horses. He's like, oh yeah, this is like, you know, this is blah blah's like dad, and this is the mom, and then this is like blah blah's child, and like, oh yeah, I remember when he raced that race. It's like, whoa, they know so much about the horses. I didn't realize it was like this. I actually care about the animals. I thought it was just gambling. I have so many, like, I've realized I have so many misconceptions about these horse people. It's kind of respectable. It's a true hobby. It's not the same as pachinko. But pachinko guys probably also have like a respectable quality about them. I just don't know it. You know, pachinko, I went there once with like Yuna. I went to pachinko with Yuna once. And it was really boring. Like, we were doing it wrong half the time, and then we finally did it right, but all you do is just hold it there. You don't do anything. It's like the most brain rotting thing. Like, I feel like you have to be seriously depressed to play that all the time. Like, you really seriously have to have nothing else better in your life to do, because you can't even win big money from it. I feel like if you go there, you should go see like a therapist first. My uncle bet on the wrong horse when he was in Japan and won one. What? What? Like, as in, he bet on the horse that, like, he didn't mean to bet on. But he won. Good for him. Live near a track and I kind of want to go now. You should go. You should go and then you can start imagining what they would look like as a umamusume. Having nothing better to do is the start of many things. I mean, yeah. I really want to go visit Haruurara, but I feel like it might be very difficult, especially nowadays. Bet the life savings on Haruurara, gotta abandon my wife and kids in Johatsu. But you know how people say that Haruurara never won a single race? But she's come like second a lot of the time. Like, she's been in top 3 many times. Isn't that really impressive already? She's not like a loser. Yeah, wrong horse by mistake. Good on him! Fate was on the horse gods. The umamusume gods were on his side. Man. But yeah, like thinking about the gold ship incident, the something billion yen incident, I'm like, but that means the people who voted for, people who like bet on the horse that actually came first would have won like hella money. They would have been like, they would have gotten so much money. Because everyone else was betting on the most popular horse. But yeah, how does horse betting work? How does horse betting work? Because for example, if like one horse is like too popular and too consistently like number 1, then everyone would bet on that horse. But then like the payout is less, right? Like, do people who like bet on number 2 and number 3 also get money? Or is it only number 1? Like, surely it's top 3, right? I don't know anything about horse betting. Horse betting. Do you get money for 3rd place? Okay, it looks like it's a bit complicated. I don't really understand. I feel like the betting system's a bit complicated. I'm not good with this. Some people bet on the underdogs. Wow. Yeah, I went to Goldship's like homepage where they advertise him for like breeding services, right? And it lists like all like the entire the entire amount of prize money that he's won in his lifetime, and all his like placings, and then the placings of his like top children or whatever. And I'm like, wow, that's how they advertise these horses. They're like, you know, if you breed with him, you could be winning big bucks. Betting on anything always seems so difficult because it's like a lot of prediction, basically. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know, the house always wins. You can bet on the horse and what position the horse will place in. Oh, is that how it works? Stay Gold family's a strong one, apparently. Yeah, there's that other horse. What's the name again? It's not English, but it's but yeah, the gold genes. Stay Gold offspring. Order favorite. order favorite. Or favor. Order favorite. Yeah, order favorite is so strong. Order favorite. Yeah, I've decided. I'm gonna study horses from now on. I don't know why it brings me so much joy to see like, oh, also like gold ships, like nandakke. Gold ships, the oji-san. Gold ship's oji-san, you know, the old man who takes care of Gold Ship. I saw like reunion videos of him visiting Gold Ship again. Gold Ship like recognizes him, immediately comes over and tries to dig a hole to get out to be with him. And it's like, oh, he really likes him. He hates people, but he loves him. Good luck on the horse journey. Thank you very much. It's just so interesting. Like, horses are just so cool. Like, I never really thought about horses before. You know, like, I don't really care about horses that much out of all the animals. But now I'm like, I respect it. They're cute. Yeah, but I should go clean up my room soon. So I'm gonna finish the stream in a bit. Any last words? Oh, also I got in trouble lately because one time I was calling my sister and what's been your most consistent favorite animal? Horses are some of the most respected animals on earth. I mean, for a certain time period, they were cars essentially. My favorite animal. No, this is a hard one. Shima. Shima Inaga. No. But aside from Shima Inaga, なんだろうね. No, it's really hard. I like a lot of animals. How come I can't think of a single one? This is like when people ask you what your favorite anime is. My favorite anime is Hunter x Hunter. What's my favorite animal though? I don't know. Owls. I like... You know, I used to be a dog person, but now that I have Concrete, I really like cats a lot because he's so sweet. He's so affectionate. And I'll be meowing to him, so I'll be like, meow, and then he'll meow back, and then I'll meow back at him, and we have like a meow rally. Like I can get at least like 10 meows out of it. I don't know if he actually understands what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the actual conversation is. Like, imagine. Like, can you, like, what does he think it means, you know? I don't know what I'm saying, because I'm like, meow, and he's like, meow, and I'm like, meow, meow. Do you meow at him in English or Japanese? I say meow instead of nyang, so maybe English. I always say wolves personally, because I like them since as early as I can remember. There's really so many cool animals. I have 7 kittens in my house. 7! That's so many, what the hell? Wow, crazy cat lady. Yeah, but I always wonder what Concrete's thinking when I'm like meowing at him. But he's so sweet, especially because I was like gone over the weekend. I went to like Fukuoka and Beppu. But then when I came back, he was like meow, like he meowed so much. For all you know, you might be insulting his mom. That's what I think. I'm like, what if I'm swearing at him and he's like, stop it? And I'm like, meow, and then he's like, meow. Stop it. That might be an issue. He has a Japanese cat after all. Maybe the accent is getting to him. They're cute. I want them gone. I can't take care of all of them. Yeah, why do you have 7 kittens in your house? But if I have to choose a favorite animal now, I don't know. I used to really like dogs. Now I really like cats. I like cats and dogs. But then I also like, no, I like capybaras. I feel like capybaras are kind of... I like pigs as well. Actually, lately I've liked pigs a lot more. I used to like not really care about pigs, but after seeing some pig videos, I'm like, pigs are kind of cute. And they're smart as well. Capybaras are cute too. Bats are kind of cute as well. I don't know, there's a lot of cute animals. Depends on the specific animals. Like, I can't say I like all cats, but I like Concrete, you know? I can't say I like all dogs, but I like taco and pasta. Oh, what was I gonna say again? なんだっけな? Oh yeah, no, the thing I was gonna say was recently, okay, you guys can, do you think I'm very... Tanuki! No, I like Tanuki! Tanuki is definitely top 5 animals for me. If I had to do like a top 10 animals ranking, Tanuki would be top 5. Tanuki are so cute, man. I love Tanuki. Maybe Tanuki is number 1 actually. Tanuki are cute. They're like cats, but they're more like kind of like ratchet, like for the streets. Okay, and yeah, so you guys can judge whether I'm like a really mean person or not. So I was calling my sister Shima, right, my younger sister, and she was like rambling on about a lot of stuff, like mom blah blah blah, school blah 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 blah. And at the like after like half an hour, I'm like, yeah, so do you have nothing better to say? And then she started crying. she started crying, and I was like, "What's wrong?" And she was like, "You know, you're like, you actually have a bad personality. They're right." And I'm like, "No, what?" And she was like, "You know, I'm always the one calling you. You never call me. You never make time to call me unless you're having a hard time, and then you call me. And then when I just want to talk to you, you like." You don't care about what I have to talk about. You're so mean." I mean, it would have gone on forever otherwise, probably. Yeah, I mean, I was really tired that day and I thought she had something important to say, okay? I thought she called because something happened, but she was like talking about things that were boring. But yeah, that was really mean of me because she actually wanted to, like, you know, spend time with me and she missed me. But I was just like, yeah, so that's it. You don't have anything better than this? But yeah, that was very mean of me. So, oh, sorry, this was random. I went to see fireworks yesterday. I went to Showa Kinen Park yesterday to see the fireworks. I dressed in a cute yukata. And the fireworks were cool, but I went there for the Chainsaw Man collab, but I didn't get a single Chainsaw Man thing. They said that there would be like announcements by the Chainsaw Man, like my Oshi by Kiku, Toya Kikunosuke, but I didn't hear a single one. And then they were hanging out Uchiwas, but I didn't get a single Chainsaw Man Uchiwa. So I just ended up going there for fireworks in the end. Very sad. Yeah. I mean, it was good. I went with my friends. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. It was very hot though. I don't know if I want to do that again. It gets so fucking crowded and there's so many people and it's so hot. Like, why can't they do it in autumn? Why do they have to do this in summer? King in a yukata though. Do you want to see? Do you guys want to see? Not showing you. But yeah, what else? Yeah. But maybe, should I post it? Should I post it? I thought she moved it to spring and then it got cancelled due to wind. Oh, I think I remember that. I think I remember. I was planning to go that day and then it got cancelled. But yeah. So lately, I do feel like I am kind of a mean person. I need to be more caring and careful from now on. I will be better at responding to people. My New Year's resolution is, not that it's New Year's right now. I'm gonna clean my room. I'm gonna do my self-evaluation that's due tomorrow today. And I will be better at responding to people. I'm gonna get my life on track. And I'm gonna call my little sister more. But anyways, that's about it for today because I really need to clean my room because I need to leave at 4 p.m. I'm leaving at 4 p.m. so I have 2.5 hours left to clean my room. Okay, well anyways, thank you for joining Shimas. I love you guys. Thank you, bye. 2.5 hours should be enough for... You haven't seen my room though. You haven't seen the amount of stuff I have. But yeah, thank you for joining. And I'll let you guys know if I decide to put out a more... what do you call it? Structured, scheduled streaming schedule. I will come back soon. I can't promise, but my heart is there, you know? Maybe I'll wake up again and I'll be like, I should stream. Yeah. Thank you always for joining. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being Shima. Let's make Shima Kingdom great again. Goodbye. Mwah!